Может быть, это наши предки здесь действовали очень давно, потому что на глубине 70 метров примерно 800 миллионов лет или 600 миллионов лет, как ученые считают некоторые.
Deep inside a Siberian coal mine, miners discovered an ancient tomb sealed for millions of years that defies all logic. They came across a perfectly preserved ancient casket. This casket is over 100 million years old, from a time when humans didn't even exist. Everything about it is wrapped in mystery and advanced technology that we can't explain. Was it placed there on purpose by a highly advanced civilization? Join us as we unravel the mystery in the sealed tomb discovered by miners in Siberia. The Tisol Casket. In the middle of Siberia, a quiet place called the Tisol area became the stage for a fascinating legend in 1969. Miners digging for coal stumbled upon an incredible discovery, a huge casket that looked like marble but had the shiny qualities of metal. What made this discovery so amazing was that it was found inside a coal seam from the Carboniferous period, which was about 300 to 360 million years ago. This discovery posed a big challenge to what we know about human history. It suggested that advanced technology existed long before humans were believed to be around. The casket's material and the perfect way it was sealed showed a level of engineering that was far beyond what any ancient civilization was known to have at that time. After the discovery, the Soviet military acted quickly and secretly. They secured the site, removed all evidence, and reportedly enforced strict secrecy on those who had seen the casket. This led to a sense of conspiracy and cover-up, sparking endless speculations and theories among people. One particularly fascinating idea is that the casket might be a time capsule left by an advanced ancient civilization, maybe even from a time before humans existed. Supporters of this theory believe that such a civilization could have lived on Earth, with the ability to make objects that can withstand time and be discovered in the future. A real-life comparison to this intriguing story is the Antikythera mechanism, a genuine ancient artifact found off the coast of Greece in 1901. This ancient Greek analog computer, which dates back to around 100 BC, was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses. It shows a level of technology that seems out of place with other tools known from that time. Like the mysterious casket from Tisol, both discoveries make us question our understanding of historical technological capabilities and force us to rethink our timelines and technological progress. While the Antikythera mechanism has been thoroughly studied and is a subject of ongoing scientific interest, the story of the Tisol princess remains shrouded in myth and speculation. The fascination with both artifacts highlights our endless curiosity about the past and the possibility of lost knowledge or civilizations that we have yet to fully understand. In the fascinating story of the Tisol princess, every element, from the mysterious casket to the unique preservation fluid to the princess herself, creates an aura of intrigue, hinting at a civilization far more advanced than anything we know from history. The casket, which shines like polished metal or stone, is decorated with detailed carvings and decorations. Some say these markings might show celestial patterns or strange symbols, suggesting a deep knowledge of astronomy or perhaps messages in a lost language. The casket's seal, made from a rare pink or blue metal, adds even more mystery. These colors aren't typical for any known historical metals, likely making this detail a fictional touch to enhance the story's mystique. It is said that this seal perfectly preserved the casket's contents, keeping them untouched by time. Inside, a clear liquid with amazing preservative qualities surrounded the princess's body, keeping her in such a perfect state that she looked as if she had just died. This fluid seems more like modern embalming techniques using formaldehyde rather than ancient methods, which involve drying and treating bodies with oils and resins. This story masterfully combines mystery and advanced technology, creating a captivating image of an ancient world far ahead of its time. The princess was described as very beautiful, with delicate features. She wore a thin white dress that made her look almost otherworldly. Her open eyes gave her a lifelike, almost spooky presence, as if she might wake up at any moment. In some versions of the story, she holds a mysterious object, often a metal box or a piece of jewelry. People guess this object could be an important cultural or technological device or amulet. Interestingly, the story of the Tisol princess can be compared to a real archaeological find, the Sleeping Beauty of Lulan, discovered in 1980 in the Tarim Basin in China. This woman, who lived about 3,800 years ago, was very well preserved, mummified by the desert conditions. Found with her eyes closed in peaceful rest, wearing a hat and woolen clothing, she suggested a high status. Her preservation offers a sharp contrast to the fantastical elements of the Tisul princess, giving genuine insight into the life and environment of her community and showing natural mummification processes. The legend of the Tisul princess, despite lacking solid evidence, sparks our curiosity about the past. It mixes history, myth, and mystery to create a story that is both captivating and thought-provoking. This legend reminds us how stories, whether based on fact or fiction, can ignite our imagination and make us wonder about the possibilities of the past. In the long, largely untold stretches of human history, the story of the Tisul princess, found in Siberia, is wrapped in mystery and suspense. This event took place during the Cold War, a time known for its secrecy and control. When miners reportedly discovered a casket containing the princess, the Soviet military quickly took charge of the situation. Such swift action was typical for discoveries that might change how we understand history or science. The area where the casket was found was immediately sealed off to prevent any information from leaking out. This was to avoid stirring up public excitement or attracting unwanted international attention. The miners and local witnesses were allegedly forced to sign agreements, promising not to disclose what they had seen, often under threat of severe punishment. This behavior highlights the Soviet regime's strict control over information, going to great lengths to keep it hidden. The story goes on to say that the body and casket were swiftly transported to a secret location with tight security, underlining the importance of the discovery. Additionally, the area remained under constant watch, and those who had witnessed the events were closely monitored by the KGB to ensure that no details were ever revealed. This legend has sparked a lot of intriguing theories that challenge our usual understanding of history. Some people think that the advanced burial and artifacts found in the legend point to a highly developed ancient civilization existing millions of years before we thought possible. Others suggest that aliens might be involved, proposing that the casket and its contents could be from another world. They argue that the materials and technology described are so advanced that they surpass what we currently know. Another interesting theory is about time travel. Some speculate that the princess from the story might have come from the future and accidentally ended up in the past. Her preservation in a high-tech casket could hint at future technologies that we haven't developed yet. There's also a theory about chronological anomalies or time slips, where objects or people from one time period show up in another due to unexplained phenomena. This could explain how advanced materials and preservation techniques were found in a coal seam millions of years old. Similar to the legend of the Tisul princess is the story of the Dropa stones. Discovered in the 1930s in China, these stone discs were said to have tiny hieroglyphs and were found in caves by a tribe called the Dropa. Much like the Tisul princess, the authenticity of the Dropa stones and their connections to aliens or ancient civilizations are debated, but they continue to fascinate those interested in ancient astronauts and UFOs. Although these stories often lack solid proof, they spark our imagination and keep the debate about the mysteries of our past alive. The Tisul princess. The date is September 5th, 1969, a day that will always be remembered in history. Alexander Masaligan, a skilled and respected leader of the mining operations, nervously looked at the message he had just received. It told him that one of his miners had found what seemed to be a marble coffin, buried deep in the earth at 70 meters. Without delay, Masaligan reported this unusual find to the authorities. The news spread quickly among the miners. "They'll come and take it from us," they murmured. "We who found it will be left with nothing. They won't even tell us what's inside." But Masaligan was determined. The coffin had to be brought to the surface. It was a discovery that could change history. The miners, driven by curiosity and a secret hope that they had found a treasure of gold, worked tirelessly. Each swing of their pickaxes and every drop of sweat brought them closer to revealing the mystery inside the marble. Finally, when they opened the coffin, they found no gold or precious stones. Instead, immersed in a strange pink liquid, lay a young woman. Her beauty was stunning, as if sculpted by nature itself, a perfect bouquet of the most beautiful flowers. She appeared to be around 25 to 30 years old, standing about 170 to 180 centimeters tall, with wide-open blue eyes that seemed to gaze into the heavens. Her soft, dark brown hair flowed over her shoulders like a waterfall, reaching her waist. She wore a white lace dress decorated with flowers, giving her a timeless elegance. The miners were captivated, realizing that their discovery was far more extraordinary than they had ever imagined. A small dark metal box was found next to her head, hidden in some strange liquid. At first it looked like a modern phone, but no one knew what it was. One of the miners, driven by curiosity and ignoring all caution, dipped his finger into the liquid and tasted it. That week became a nightmare for him. He lost his mind, and during a very cold Siberian night, he froze to death just outside his home, not knowing where he was. This mysterious woman was called the Tisol Princess shortly after she was found. It seemed like she had somehow been thrown into our time from millions of years ago. Just hours after the princess was dug up, men in gray protective suits suddenly appeared. They tried to prevent anything that might reveal the secret of this princess. They yelled, "Contagious, contagious," at the gathered crowd to scatter them. Before long, the mysterious discovery was taken from the miners and flown away by helicopter to an unknown place. Later, in the far Siberian city of Novosibirsk, a scientist arrived with his ideas. He said the princess was hundreds of millions of years old. According to him, the pink liquid and the fabrics of her clothes were puzzling mysteries that science had not yet explained. Despite the importance of the find, the local newspaper only printed a dull article about it. Just when everyone thought the story's end had come and no more details would come out, a surprising turn happened. Men dressed in gray suits returned to town, carefully searching through buildings and homes in the village. They took away all printed materials containing the article in question. They strongly denied the existence of the princess and made strong efforts to erase any sign of her from history. The scientists from Novosibirsk and the newspaper editor faced serious consequences for their boldness in trying to reveal the truth that the government was determined to hide. Reports say that all witnesses to the incident died mysteriously within a few years. Did they die from the harmful fumes of the mysterious pink substance? Or were they silenced by the secret actions of the KGB? The exact truth may always remain hidden. However, amid ongoing speculation and ideas, some have wondered whether the Tisol Princess might be a connection to an ancient, highly advanced, or even alien civilization. These interesting thoughts gained popularity among the public, even as government officials continued to deny them. Meanwhile, scientists exploring the mystery struggled with the puzzle of how this princess could have existed over 800 million years ago, during the Paleozoic era, long before the time of dinosaurs and even before our planet had formed its first coal deposits. Several years after the mysterious discovery of the Tisol Princess, the shores of Rozhavki saw another burst of activity. This time, a group of experts and workers arrived in the area to search for more artifacts. Security was strict, with military personnel ensuring that local curiosity did not breach their perimeter. One decisive night, as some soldiers relaxed at a nearby pub, relaxed conversations revealed a closely guarded secret. 3 additional coffins resembling the original had been found during excavations. In recent findings, a whole new set of questions emerged, sparked by astonishing revelations. Perhaps the most baffling mystery revolves around how the body of the Tisol Princess remained so well preserved for centuries, showing no signs of decay, almost as if she were merely sleeping. This remarkable state has earned her the nickname, the real Sleeping Beauty. Surprisingly, the Tisol Princess isn't unique in this regard. Centuries ago, during the peak of ancient Rome's glory, another enigma surfaced. In the era of Cicero, renowned for his eloquence and statesmanship, a tale emerged of a young woman believed by many to be his daughter. Her body was discovered in a carefully crafted sarcophagus that appeared immune to the passage of time. What's more astonishing is that within this sarcophagus, her body was immersed in a clear liquid that seemingly preserved her perfectly. Many efforts have been made to figure out what this liquid is made of, but every time scientists encounter the challenge of the unknown, the liquid is wrapped in a mystery, much like the woman herself. Throughout the years, many have questioned who this young woman was. Was she truly Cicero's daughter, or someone who lived during his time? No one has a definite answer. Known as Cicero's daughter, she has sparked countless speculations and theories. Some believe she might have been part of an ancient ritual or experiment, while others suggest she might have been buried alive, perhaps as Cicero's desperate attempt to cheat death. From aliens to gods, alchemy to magic, all sorts of ideas have been proposed to explain how her body remained remarkably preserved over the centuries. Yet the truth about this young woman remains one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world. Meanwhile, in the distant East and the mystical lands of ancient China, a new chapter in history was unfolding. Beyond the towering walls of magnificent palaces and the shallow depths of ancient tombs, archaeologists were uncovering something truly extraordinary. In a hidden room deep inside a mine, they found the body of a young woman lying in a stone coffin, completely submerged in a strange liquid. When they opened the coffin, the liquid quickly disappeared into the air. What was left was the woman herself, untouched and calm, as if she had simply paused in a timeless sleep. Scientists were amazed. This disappearing substance was completely unknown to them. The mystery of the Thistle Princess unfolded into a story much more complex and fascinating than anyone had expected. There was a deep puzzle surrounding these ancient women and their mysterious preservation methods. The discovery sparked intense debates across the land. Some speculated about advanced civilizations lost in history, influences from outer space, or even the existence of other dimensions. Others suggested religious ceremonies aimed at achieving eternal life. The tales of these revealed secrets spread widely, echoing through time with unanswered questions waiting to be solved. Each of these possible answers sparks the imagination and grabs public interest. For many, this mix of curiosity and fear is fascinating. The story of the Princess of Thistle and others like her remains a mystery that hasn't been solved, hidden in secret and mystery within their old tombs. It's important to note that official authorities have consistently denied such information and claims, dismissing these stories as myths without solid proof. As history tells us, many stories come from old tales, telling about events believed to have happened long ago. Siberian Ice Maiden. The Siberian Ice Maiden, or Princess of Ukok, was a woman from the Scythian Siberian culture who lived in the vast grasslands of Eurasia around the 5th century BC. Her remarkably well-preserved body was discovered in 1993 by Natalia Polosmak and her team while they were working at the Ukok Plateau in southern Siberia. At the time, Polosmak was a leading researcher at the Russian Institute of Archaeology and Ethnography in Novosibirsk. Despite the importance of this find, there is limited information available in English. Notable sources include an article by Polosmak in National Geographic from October 1994 and a BBC documentary from 1997 that features her and her team discussing their discovery. The Ice Maiden belonged to the Pazyryk culture, which thrived in Siberia from the 6th to the 2nd centuries BC. Her grave was located on the Ukok Plateau, near the border with Mongolia, in what is now the autonomous Republic of Altai. This plateau, part of the Eurasian grasslands, is known for its harsh, dry climate. Locals refer to it as the second layer of heaven, a special place high above ordinary life. Even today, local herders bring their sheep and horses there during the winter, as the strong winds keep the snow off the grass, making it suitable for grazing. Polosmak's team, guided by Leet Mikhail Chepanov, explored ancient burial mounds called kurgans in a disputed region between Russia and China. These kurgans are large earth mounds with burial chambers made of notched wooden logs, similar to small cabins used by semi-nomads. The Ice Maiden's tomb was constructed this way, with a log coffin and various grave goods. The age of the wooden logs was determined by tree ring analysis, revealing they dated back to the 5th century BC. Samples from horse stomachs suggested she was buried in spring. The team also found another burial above hers in the same kurgan, which was later discovered to have been robbed. This robbery allowed water and snow to enter the Ice Maiden's tomb, where it froze into an ice block, preserving her and her belongings for over 2 millennia. Inside her tomb, the Ice Maiden's coffin was made from a sturdy larch wood trunk, decorated with detailed leather designs of graceful deer. The tomb also contained 2 small wooden tables with offerings of horse meat, mutton, and possibly yogurt, suggesting rituals for the afterlife. A horn cup for drinking was also found, ensuring the maiden's strength for her journey. The Ice Maiden and her horses were positioned facing east, a common Pazyryk practice. She was estimated to be between 20 and 30 years old at her death. Initial causes of death were unknown until 2014, when research indicated she likely had breast cancer and injuries from a fall. Polosmak had speculated in 2004 that she might have used cannabis for medicinal purposes, but it was later found that she was buried with coriander seeds mistaken for cannabis. Her burial items suggest she may have held an important role in her community, possibly as a priestess. Her preserved tattoos featured deer motifs, and her burial attire included a yellow silk blouse, a red and white striped wool skirt with a tassel belt, white felt leggings, and marten fur. She also wore a small mirror with carved deer figures and a tall headdress adorned with gold-covered feline figures. Archaeologists also found coriander seeds in a stone dish, possibly for medicinal use. Despite careful excavation, the Ice Maiden's body deteriorated during transport, causing her tattoos to fade. A dispute arose between Russian officials and local people, as the Altayan community considered her an ancient ancestor and a symbol of their cultural identity. This conflict also intertwined with broader political issues, reflecting tensions over local independence and cultural heritage. The Ice Maiden spent 19 years at a scientific center in Novosibirsk before being returned to Altai in September 2012. She now resides in the Republican National Museum in Gorno-Altaysk. The local community has requested no further excavation at her site, despite concerns that other ancient artifacts might be buried there. Some archaeologists worry that climate change could harm the preservation of other bodies if not excavated soon. DNA research by the Russian Academy of Sciences revealed significant genetic differences between the Ice Maiden and modern Altayan people, leading to theories that she may have come from Europe, which has affected decisions about her place of residence. In 2004, researchers who preferred to keep her in Novosibirsk received a prestigious award, but such claims about her ancestry are viewed by the Altayan people as attempts to undermine their cultural and political identity. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Deep in the cold heart of Siberia, a group of miners discovered an ancient tomb sealed for millions of years that defies all logic. As they drilled through the frozen ground, their equipment hit something solid. Curiosity aroused, they dug up a huge stone door, its surface carved with symbols from a forgotten time. Breaking through, they revealed an ancient tomb, sealed for millions of years. Inside, the air was strangely warm, and golden light leaked from cracks in the walls. In the center lay a massive coffin, guarded by statues of creatures no one had ever seen. When they opened the coffin, they found a perfectly preserved, human-like figure with detailed armor and a crystal heart still glowing faintly. As the miners stared in awe, the crystal began to pulse. Suddenly, the figure's eyes flickered open, and a voice, ancient and powerful, echoed through the tomb. "I am the guardian of the old world," it said. "Awaken once more to protect the secrets of our past." The miners, both scared and fascinated, realized they had uncovered not just history, but a living legend. What mysteries do you think the Guardian will reveal? Let us know your answer in the comments section. Denisova Cave and the Valley of Death. Hidden in the rugged landscapes of the Al mountain range, where Russia, China, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan all meet, lies a captivating piece of history that has intrigued archaeologists and historians. This is the Denisova Cave, a special place that holds incredible secrets about human evolution. Located in an area known for its stunning natural beauty and complex geology, the cave is surrounded by a vibrant mix of plants and animals. This rich environment provides a dramatic setting for a story that combines the wonders of the natural world with the mysteries of our ancient ancestors. While many people know about Neanderthals, the Denisovans are also becoming well known today. The story of Denisova Cave began to unfold in the 1970s when Soviet scientists first explored its depths. At that time, they were mainly focused on the cave's geological and ancient features, not yet realizing its potential to reveal secrets about human history. The cave is named after Denis, an 18th century recluse who once lived there, adding a personal touch to its old surroundings. With its tricky system of rooms and tunnels, the cave hints at stories of early human life just waiting to be found. However, it wasn't until 2008 that the cave gained worldwide attention. That year, researchers in Russia found a small pinky bone in the Denisova Cave. This wasn't a Neanderthal or a modern human. It was from a completely different human species. The bone belonged to the Denisovans, an ancient group of early humans previously unknown to science. This discovery captured global interest, as everyone was eager to learn more about these mysterious early inhabitants. The Denisova Cave, with its deep layers of history, showed itself as a lively meeting place for various groups over tens of thousands of years. What makes the Denisova Cave especially interesting isn't just its archaeological finds, but also its remote location in the Alai Mountains. Reaching the cave is tough due to harsh weather conditions, making it a hard spot for explorers. Yet these very difficulties make the cave even more intriguing to researchers from around the world. Each expedition helps us understand not only the Denisovans, but also the larger story of human history. Imagine finding a piece of human history hidden deep in Siberia's Denisova Cave. The Denisovans are quite mysterious. They're different from both modern humans and Neanderthals. Their DNA reveals they split from Neanderthals around 400,000 years ago, adding a new chapter to our understanding of ancient human history. However, we still don't know much about what they look like. Our clues are limited to a finger bone, a few teeth, and a piece of a skull. These remains suggest that Denisovans were well adapted to survive in harsh environments. Denisovans didn't just keep to themselves. They left their mark on us modern humans. Some people today, especially in Asia and Oceania, have Denisovan DNA. For example, the indigenous people of Melanesia, including Papua New Guineans, have about 5% of Denisovan DNA. This shows that ancient interbreeding was more common and complex than we once thought. Modern humans didn't only mix with Neanderthals, but also with Denisovans and possibly another unknown ancient human group. But what about their daily lives? Denisova Cave has given us insights into their culture, including advanced tools, a bone needle, and even jewelry. These discoveries suggest that Denisovans had a sophisticated culture that challenged what we thought about early humans. The discovery of the Denisovans has been revolutionary for understanding human evolution, painting a more detailed picture of our past. It's not just about who we are, but also about our connections to ancient species. This ongoing journey of discovery, with each new fossil and DNA sequence, continues to reveal more about our ancient ancestors. The Denisovan genome, in particular, holds valuable secrets that promise to unlock more about our history as research progresses. In Siberia's Yakutia region, known for its extreme temperatures, there is a place as mysterious as its chilling name, the Valley of Death. This valley, located in the northeastern part of Siberia in the Sakha Republic, is a striking example of nature's extremes and a puzzle for curious minds. What makes this valley so unique are the strange metal structures scattered across its surface. Imagine dome-shaped forms and metal objects, some sticking out from the ground as if they are half-buried treasures or hidden secrets. No one is sure what they are: ancient relics, leftovers from meteorite impacts, or something entirely different. The truth is, we're still trying to figure it out. Getting to the Valley of Death is an adventure on its own. It is incredibly remote and harshly unwelcoming, with temperatures swinging from scorching heat in summer to cold in winter, making it a tough place for even the most experienced explorers. This extreme climate adds to the challenge of studying the mysterious structures. Local legends from the Yakutsk people add even more intrigue to the valley. They tell stories that could make your hair stand on end, linking the valley and its metal mysteries to danger and supernatural forces. According to these tales, the structures might have unknown powers that could bring illness or worse to those who get too close. While these stories enhance the valley's mystique, they are still unproven whispers from the past. Scientists have their theories about these puzzling structures. Some suggest they could be the result of meteorite impacts, similar to the famous Tunguska event in Siberia's history. Others think they might be the work of ancient humans or a lost civilization, leaving behind these confusing artifacts. However, exploring the valley is incredibly difficult due to its extreme weather, isolation, and lack of infrastructure, making it hard to conduct thorough research. This lack of concrete information keeps the Valley of Death shrouded in mystery, attracting not just scientists but also historians, paranormal enthusiasts, and adventurous tourists. The allure of discovering more about Siberia's ancient past and unexplored areas is irresistible. As technology and exploration methods advance, who knows what secrets the Valley of Death might reveal? Until then, it remains one of Siberia's most captivating mysteries, a place where history, legend, and science meet in a mesmerizing dance. What are your thoughts on the shocking discovery of an ancient tomb in Siberia sealed for millions of years?